from yesterday?
Yep.
Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. Boy, are we glad to be back in LA. You know, we love trade shows, and there's a lot of things that are going on, but boy, is it crazy. But, you know, there's a lot of news that's going on, and boy, should we say wake up and smell the roses, or is denial just one of those attributes? Meanwhile, we'll bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Republicans have totally misread the election and are finished as a political party as a result.
I heard that. They said this had nothing to do with the repudiation of Obama or any of his programs. It had to do with those people in the House of Representatives that didn't support the president on his plans to save this nation. Isn't that a beaut?
And Obama, by his sheer power of speech, will convince the Indians and Pakistanis that peace is the only way.
He can't get it through his head. The Hindus do not like Muslims. They do not like Muslims. Pakistan only exists because that's where the Muslims all fled to in the last major war. But he, through his pure power of persuasion, is going to stop something that's lasted for 1,000 years.
And Obama to make slight mid-course corrections to win over voters, but the core will remain the same. He will communicate better.
Yeah, he doesn't. He said that he's in total denial. I heard him in there. The only reason that we didn't do as well as we should have is because I wasn't heard over the voices of those people that were standing against this nation. Does that sound like bipartisanship, folks?
Oh, I know. And Obamacare, a major success.
Yeah. He said as soon as the people understand what's in it for them, over the well of the misstatements by those people that are out to destroy our nation. I love that. That's bipartisanship, by those people out to destroy our nation. Yeah, that they'll be, you know, Obamacare will be embraced by everyone. Nobody wants Obama. The Democrats don't want it because it doesn't do anything except raise costs.
And the reason all of Obama's programs are so disliked was that Obama didn't explain how great they were.
You notice there's sort of a continuity what the president has been saying for since the election. It wasn't the programs. He couldn't get his message out over the message of those people out to destroy our nation.
Well, does it have anything to do with Michelle dancing in India?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, as people might notice that that B.S. the Bull is not with us today, or the rest of the family, because only Bear the Market and sort of our Barack in the Box are sober enough to be able to come on today. The others are sleeping it off. They've been in Vegas for a week, folks.
Foreign Minister says officials need not fear prosecution for alleged war crimes while in Britain.
Isn't that a good one? That the left-wingers in the British government want to try any Israeli official that comes to their nation as a war criminal because they're supporting the Palestinians. Remember, they have a rule in England that basically the Muslims can do virtually anything they want to as long as they don't kill a lot of people. A few is all right, a lot is a no-no.
GOP to stop the recovery started by Obama.
That's, because, the President of the United States spent all of this money. The people don't appreciate that he did this for them, and now the GOP, who took the seats of those people that didn't support the President in recovery, are going to try to stop this nation and make it a bad place to live in.
And Obama saved capitalism and lost the midterms.
Because the people couldn't hear what the great things that he had done over the voices of the Republicans and George Bush. Of course, unemployment is still high. He keeps spending. When you're putting $600,000 into an average job and a stimulus, even the kids in the districts where they don't teach you how to read and write anymore can basically count up to 10, and they figure this is what it costs to make a job by my daddy. This is what the president charges to make a job. And he said, my daddy could make 7 more jobs with that money. So, yeah.
Or 8.
Or 8. That was 7.
Or 9.
Or 10, depending upon. Now that was on the union scale of wages. If you go down to the normal scale, they can make a dozen.
And Obama, Islam is a religion of peace and understanding.
There's nothing peaceful and understanding about the Muslim religion. Anybody notice that they don't spread like Christianity? they spread by military power.
Yeah, I mean, more wars have been fought in the names of religion.
Yeah, and more wars than, okay, the majority of the wars have been fought in the name of Islam, not in the name of Christianity.
Oh.
Yeah, because Christianity stopped fighting its wars 1,000 years ago, but the Muslims have been fighting ever since then.
The Republicans won't dare try and stop any of Obama's programs.
Because they're too popular with the American people. And if they stop one of these popular programs, I had Juan Williams. When the people find out that these programs are as great as Medicare and Medicaid, Mr. Williams, the Republicans passed Medicare and Medicaid and they had bipartisan support for the Democrats. Well, when the people find out the great things that the Democrats have done, they said they didn't like the things they did. Basically, Juan Williams is the biggest butt kisser in the history of this nation. He is in denial that the Democrats, only those people that didn't support the president were removed from office.
Indonesian volcano burns. Whole villages and 122 are dead.
I know every day it puts more pollutants into the atmosphere than every automobile on the earth does in a year. But they don't count in global warming, folks.
Golly, could you imagine a volcano just goes, that just sounds like something from the movies.
Yeah, but actually Dante's Peak is on a little while. You finally watch the volcano movie, that's a good one.
Blacks and Latinos stick with shrinking Democratic base.
Well, yeah, only young blacks and young Latinos. The older ones have abandoned the president, period. They did not. Okay, 61% of the Latino voters didn't even come out to vote. And a majority of the black voters did not come out to vote. They didn't have a black man running, and they basically didn't want to be associated with him anyway.
And Obama flies to India looking to boost the U.S. economy.
This is for Barack in the box, because as they told the President of the United States, we don't have unions in our country. Why would we want to buy something that costs us 600 times more than we can turn it out here? And the President, well, our products are so much better. Of which they basically did a, yeah, our products are, because we have unions, you don't. Our products are better. So buy our products that you can't afford. He did suggest that maybe that this would be a great place for SEIU to come over and teach unionism to the people of India.
They probably have nothing to do with it.
They don't want communists and socialists in India. They have a democracy, have had a democracy for
a very long time. In fact, part of it is they're so efficient. A lot of our tech jobs and customer service centers are actually in India.
And in Pakistan. Almost all call centers are in Pakistan. Mm-hmm. But they're not going to, they do not, they sell to us, we do not. And I can convince them to do more purchasing. They don't want to purchase over, they can get
They're self-sufficient.
That's right, they don't need us.
And who might challenge President Obama in 2012?
Well, Bear the Market says anybody that didn't support Obama, basically you're looking at Kerry is out. But young Democrats that didn't support Obama are going to be high on the list, folks. It's probably they think that Birch Bayh is going to run against Obama, which is the real reason he didn't run for the Senate again. Because if he was afraid what would happen is if I run for the Senate, we'll lose my seat to the Republicans. Well, they lost their seat to a 77-year-old man who hadn't been in public office in 16 years.
They did?
That's how much they disliked Birch Bayh supporting Obama.
The Democrats' message is that the public chose hope over fear.
I heard that this morning, that this was an election that re-certified that the public do not support the Republican agenda, and the Tea Party is actually just an offshoot of the Democratic Party. They support the same principles as the Democratic Party does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they support higher spending, bigger government programs. Mm-hmm.
And Yemen Al-Qaeda group takes responsibility for mail bombs.
Everybody in the country knew this. Yemen is basically, it's spy central and Al-Qaeda central in that country. And the United States pumps tens of billions of dollars into them because we have a naval port there.
Pelosi will seek to stay as House Democrat leader.
Because as she says, I have to be there to save our country from George Bush and his cronies.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
The young have absolutely no respect for the old in our country. Until they get old, then they have no respect for the young.